Thank you so much for talking to us. It's so great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, first of all, this show is coming out at a moment where there's a lot of excitement about Asian American voices, Asian American stories. How does that feel for you?
It feels great. I feel like we're expanding the scope of how we all relate to each other. You know, it's been great to like have to. We had a time where we like kind of went to our safe spaces and got to cultivate our stories and feel emboldened to tell the truth from our own perspectives. And I like that now we're getting to this place where we can all kind of like share stories between each other and relate to each other. That it doesn't become this like siloed box where we're separate, but really just kind of an open platform where we can like speak our own truths that connect to everybody. And that to me is the most exciting thing.
So, if I have read this correctly, you spent part of your youth, your upcoming time in Michigan. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I'm from Northern Ohio, so
nice.
near
Yeah,
Michigan.
Canton or not Canton? Where are you?
Near Toledo.
Toledo.
Yeah.
We're so close.
Yeah, so close. And I also came from an immigrant family in that very middle American place. How was that for you? Was there a strong community there or not really?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I grew up in the Korean church, and so I had a very deep, strong community within that church. I did, you know, when I was younger, I didn't know necessarily how to participate too much, but I did have really good, close friends that were not Korean from Michigan that I deeply connected to at a human level. And so I was living in kind of this dual place where I knew how to be separate, but I also knew how to be deeply entrenched in it too. And when I look back, I'm like, I'm so Midwestern. You know what I mean? Like, it's not part of me. And there's no part of me that wants to deny that or reject that, and I embrace it. And so I'm very thankful that, like, you know, it's not easy to not lose yourself in those circumstances, but if you can somehow get out and like see yourself while you're in those spaces, you realize that like everybody's just trying to live a decent life and just try to do the right thing and really be together. And that's what I'm feeling these days is like true connection amongst everybody, and I'm like so excited for that.
I love that so much. Thank you. I appreciate
Thanks.
it.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi. Thank you so much for talking to me. First of all, as somebody who grew up in an Indian American family, I would like to thank you for the important work that you've done in breaking down the model minority myth.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's so kind. Yeah.
I read that you...
I'm such a piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, my dad barely believes I have a job, so... But, I read that you studied Asian American studies in college. How did that academic background affect your creative work?
Well, I think it's not so conscious. It's just so much in me, you know, to like think about a lot of the context of what a lot of the people in my like community have been through, and so I can't really pinpoint exactly how. I'm just always thinking about it, you know, and especially because I'm friends with and grew up around a lot of Asian American men too. I'm always thinking about them too, you know. So yeah, and of course women, you know. So it's like I don't know how that translates, but I am always thinking about it.
One more quick question: how does it feel to have your dress in the Smithsonian?
Oh my God, amazing! I wish I could see it before. I wish I could see my dress at the Smithsonian before the exhibit closes. I hope, but I've been getting pictures of it from all sorts of people, and I just want my daughters to see it because I was saving the dress for them. So I just want them to see it, basically.
I love that so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I think I heard you say that the impetus for this show kind of came from a real life experience?
You know, I was driving and was on the receiving end of some road rage, as one gets into every now and then, and it was nothing like the show, thank God, or else I wouldn't be here talking to you today, but it made me think a lot about how we project so many assumptions onto other people, and we just all walk around in our very like subjective worldviews, and thought there might be some interesting characters I could mine out of that situation. And so Steven's been a close friend for years, and I talked to him about it. He attached, and then Allie did, and suddenly we're here. It's very surreal.
We're at of an exciting moment for Asian Americans in cinema. How does it feel to be creating this work at this moment where there's all this excitement about these stories?
I feel very blessed. The Daniels and the Everything Everywhere cast and crew, they're incredible. I'm so happy for all their wins. It really feels like, all ships rise with the tide, and it does feel like that's happening. And so, just to be part of it, I don't think this show would have existed 5 years ago, or even less. So I just feel very fortunate.
I think South Korean culture, in particular, has such a big place in American consciousness now, especially among the youth. Balming Tiger is one of the most exciting bands at South by Southwest. How does that feel for you?
Seeing the youth get into this stuff is the best. That brings me a lot of joy, because when I was in high school, that did not exist. Smashing Pumpkins we use a lot in the show. We use it in the trailer and in the finale, and James Iha was the only alt musician I looked up to, because it was the only bass that looked like me. So to have so many just amazing, talented artists connecting with the youth, that gives me great hope for the future.
So this is the first kind of more serious role that we've seen for Ali Wong. How was it like working with her in that project?
She crushed it, honestly.
Yeah.
I think, she has such a great command over her voice and body, even on stage for stand-up. It's no surprise to me that it just transferred over to acting. And, we worked together on Tuca and Birdie, and, that show went to some dark places too. And so that kind of I could tell that she had, the dramatic chops as well. But we were all floored once we got on set, and, we're doing these therapy scenes and she's crying. It was really impressive to watch.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Here, you're more like as an artist, you're so protected and so supported from the production company from the studios to I think that's a very huge difference from that. Not just be the machine and make products, but here really nurture you and just really help you get through it. So A24 is a great example of it too. So
yeah. What was the most rewarding part of working on this project?
Oh my gosh, everything. I shouldn't say that, but it really is. It was such a privilege to work, such a talented writers, and as well as creator, Sunny and Ali Wong, Steven Yeun, David Cho, Yang. All this great cast that you're about to see on screen were phenomenal people to work with. So I feel like I find, family in different. I'm Japanese, most of them are Korean American, but still we kind of became like brothers and sisters, and I really enjoyed that experience.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Arigato.
Yeah, I just feel lucky to have been involved. Sunny's a longtime friend of mine, and this is such a unique vision, and brought them to it. And it's so nice that everyone knows each other and are friends, and when people really have that connection and bring it to the work, it feels very special. So mostly just feel lucky to get to work.
Absolutely. And so I read that there's some intention. This is a darker comedy, but I heard on set, after filming some of the scenes, it was just laughing. So what was it like just filming and working with them and being on set and fleshing out these episodes?
Yeah, it just felt very special. I think when you get to work on something so original, which there isn't a ton of anymore, people are excited to bring, again, when you bring yourself to it, you're working with people you love and who you care about, then it is just fun to go to work every day and make something that, not only feels personal on a level of working with each other, I'm so sorry, but also personal in the work.
Absolutely. And so, what do you hope people take away from the show? Especially once they make it to the end, what do you hope they take away?
I just hope they feel like they've seen something new and something that not only was cinematic and engaging, but also that felt different and felt like it mattered on a personal level to them, but also on a universal level as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.